Take you lose with the unthinkable. Don't stop till you come first. Life's too unpredictable. Take control of what you're worth. Wasting time's forgivable.
The most amazing top 10 weirdest, most bizarre animals found. Here is the list of top 10 weirdest, most bizarre animals on Earth.
Number 10. Tunicket. This one is not so exciting to look at, but it totally wins the bizarre animal contest. It is colloquially known as a sea squirt. This is a sea critter that eats its own brain. A marine invertebrate. It spends part of its life in a larval stage where it can swim around in the water much like a fish or any other mobile animal. This is a relatively brief period in the sea squirt's life. They cannot feed in this stage, so they swim off, find a nice little bit of seabed to settle in on, and then plant themselves. Number 9. Japanese spider crab. Want to give an arachnophobic diver a heart attack? Put a Japanese spider crab in his path. These critters have very, very long legs, which can extend up to 12 feet. Despite their somewhat intimidating appearance, they are reported to be quite docile and friendly, and a lot less scary than many of the more innocuous-looking species that inhabit the ocean floor. Number 8. Portuguese man-of-war. Regularly mistaken for a jellyfish, the man-of-war is actually a siphonophore. What the heck is that? It is an animal which is comprised of a colony of organisms which work together to function as one. Weird. Number 7. Phallostethysca oolong. As the name indicates, what makes this fish unusual is its phallus. The male critter's reproductive organ is located on his head. The female fish's genitals are also located on her head, though obviously not as prominently. We'll forego a lot of punning and innuendo and press on to the next odd animal. Number 6. Sea pig. The sea pig is nothing like a pig, except perhaps in the flesh tone of its body. It is actually a kind of sea cucumber with feet. They tend to look rather fat and round. To a human being, they appear more than a little alien. They are actually incredibly common though, and inhabit sea floors of every ocean in the world, including the Antarctic. Often they travel in huge groups, sometimes in the hundreds. Despite their oddness, they seem to elicit cute responses, and even appear to be something of an internet meme. Good for the sea pig. Number 5. Ice fish. Ice fish live in the ocean around Antarctica. They have a super amazing adaptation to the cold water. Instead of blood flowing through their veins, they have a kind of natural antifreeze that maintains their body temperature. How awesome is that? Number 4. Harp sponge. If you want to find odd, look no further than the ocean. Those shadowy depths hide all kinds of intriguing residents we would find quite alien by our standards. The harp sponge looks a bit like a candelabra sitting on the bottom of the ocean. Despite its delicate, elegant appearance, it is quite dangerous to crustaceans, which it in fact devours. Number 3. Leaf deer. Speaking of small, if the leaf deer doesn't make you go, www, nothing will. These little deer look like babies, but even the full-grown adults generally reach only about 2.5 feet in height. They typically weigh around 25 pounds. Number 2. Microhylaena pentacola. This is an amazingly tiny frog which was discovered just 4 years ago in Borneo in 2010. When researchers first discovered the tiny frog, they assumed it was a baby. Since then, others have been found, and now researchers know that even full-grown adults usually do not surpass half an inch in length. Number 1. Star-nosed mole. From the side, this mole only looks a bit odd, but seen head-on, it can be quite startling. It is considered by numerous people to be incredibly ugly with its odd tentacle-like nose. In reality, the 11 pairs of appendages on the snout are quite amazing. They contain over 25,000 sensory receptors which are called Eimer's organs. This is the critter's main sensory apparatus, and it is so fine-tuned that scientists believe it can detect seismic waves. There's nothing really ugly about the star-nosed mole. It's just different, and its own weird way, quite cute.
Yeah.